Welcome back to the channel. There's a lot that happened in the drill scene this past week, especially in Chicago. Two well-known drill rappers from Chicago passed away about a week ago, and one nearly died as well. If you want to know about what happened, make sure you stick around until the end of the video. I'll update you guys on a few things I've seen people talk about in Jacksonville too, but to be honest, there isn't a lot of drama compared to Chicago. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Without wasting any time, let's get right into the video. Let's start with the drill rapper that nearly died, and that's OTF Doodie Lo. I'm sure you guys know Doodie Lo from this song right here.
Talking like you bout that life, then drop the low. Pull up, hopping out, me and Doodie Lo. Boom.
You know Vine, that's my bro. 6 to 24, you better check the scope. Fucked her and cake a key and took her to the O. You get caught lacking, we'll blick you at the stove.
Doodie Lo is one of Lil Durk and Von's closest people. A couple of days ago, he almost lost his life though. Let's take a look at what people online have been saying about him.
This is what happens when the money starts to dry up and you can't ride around in bulletproof cars like you were when Durk was out. If you haven't heard, OTF Doodie Lo was robbed in Atlanta last night. It's still unclear how the situation played out, but I can tell you one thing, and that's, what the are you doing hanging around in an MLK street? Everybody knows that any MLK street in the country is a red zone. Now, Quando Rondo's brother would take to Instagram and react to the news, laughing and trolling him. Y'all think Quando Rondo trying to get back for Lil Pab?
Like you guys heard, Doodie Lo was shot at an MLK street in Atlanta. Apparently, he got hit and robbed near a barber shop, and he allegedly got his watch stolen. People even trolled him about it online, even Quando Rondo's brother.
This nigga Doodie in the line, he ain't got no hair. That shit blowing me. I be confused about a lot of shit. That's one thing I don't understand. I don't understand a nigga call a bob up, a nigga call make a grown man get out of his bed to come shave your bald head that's already shaved, bro.
I got $100 bald head. Hey, why this shit too hot for TV? I got you.
Okay.
It only makes sense why Quando's brother trolled him though. I'm sure you guys already know that Lil Durk's camp and NBA Youngboy's camp are beefing right now because Youngboy's associates Quando Rondo and Lil Pab are part of the reason Von passed away in Atlanta. So Doodie Lo nearly dying in Atlanta means it's very possible that Quando's camp had something to do with it. Nobody knows for sure as it is right now, but we'll see what new info comes out in the future. Next, let's talk about Mona Duke and Youngin. Both of them passed away about a week ago in Chicago. They were both some of Von's closest people, and Von even bought them old blockchains himself. When Von lost his best friend T-Roy when he was in jail, Duke and Youngin were some of the people Von counted on to get revenge for T-Roy's death. They made sure that everyone that was responsible for T-Roy's death also got killed, so for them to pass away means it's a pretty big hit for their ops. Let's take a look at what happened to them.
Chicago finna turn into the 4th of July, huh? Cause old block Money Duke and old block Youngin were unalive last night, huh? Chicago about to turn into the 4th of July because old block Money Duke and old block Youngin were unalive last night. Now, it's flurries going around on Twitter and stuff where, you know, they talking back and forth. Other blocks is basically claiming it, but they saying that it was a 2-for-1 special last night. Now, how will old block respond? We don't know, but we know from past experiences that it's already a lot going on over there. Okay, old block Money Duke, you know, he's known for getting in pum-pums with police officers. I don't even know how he was on the streets. Old block Youngin was more of like the one that was taking a route of like hip hop and stuff like that. But he was still on the videos, you know what I'm saying, taunting they rivals and stuff like that. Old Block has just been going downhill for a long time. Not saying as a hood, but I'm just talking about they have been getting in a lot of different troubles and scenarios, especially with this Lil Durk thing going on. It's like, what else is it left for them to do? We're going to see what happens. But the way Chicago is, man, everybody just has their time at when they able to talk and when they become the victim. Prayers go out to them because it's sad because a couple of years ago, we never would have thought that old block would have turned out to be the way that it is now. And it's just like, it's a vicious cycle. Prayers go out to their family, man. Prayers go out to Chicago just in general, man. I hope it doesn't get crazy after this, but it's pictures already online of people wearing O-Block chains with blood stains on them as if they took it from off of them last night. We don't know what's going on. I'm just telling y'all without putting names out there, bruh. It's looking crazy. But people are trying to claim this hit that happened last night. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. I'm just a messenger.
The ops called O-Block Duke and O-Block Youngin and stretched them, calling it a 2-for-1 special.
Oh my God!
Now don't feel too bad because Duke was a menace. The man has been on camera shooting at Chicago Police Department. Yes, don't think I'm lying. Go look it up on Reddit or YouTube. You'll be able to see. The man is alleged to have killed Can't Get Right with Muwop, so it's a lot of speculations around Duke and that whole O-Block faction. It's truly disheartening the way they continue this cycle of violence in Chicago, but it's nothing we gonna be able to do about it. Taking Durk off the streets, indicting every side of the city doesn't seem to work. When you out here moving immoral, committing sinister acts, behaving real slime-like, you aren't to be trusted.
That was easy.
I'm pretty sure CPD is happy these two individuals are dead, and I know it's sad for me to be saying that, but it's the truth. When menaces die, when criminals die, people are rejoicing.
Damn!
My heart go out to the families involved in this situation, but I wish these victims' hearts would go out to their own families in these situations. Make better decisions. It's only the casket or a sale. The casket or a sale, the casket or a sale, the casket or a sale. That's it, that's all. Rest in peace to Duke, rest in peace to O-Block Youngin, but it was expected.
If you haven't heard, O-Block just lost two of their top members, O-Block Duke and O-Block Youngin. It's said that they were outside having a good time because it was O-Block Gleesh's birthday, when according to witnesses, it was an individual outside pacing around with a mask on waiting for someone. But it didn't seem off because people were inside with Shiesty on too. But soon as they got outside, that same person started letting the switch off, hitting both of them, with Duke running and collapsing beside a car dying, and Youngin being shot multiple times dying instantly. Fans are speculating this is get back for FBG Duck and STL Man being that Muwop and Duke was known to go on hits together, and Muwop being the killer of Duck, and they couldn't catch him because he's about to do life in prison. And the other theory is that this is revenge for STL Man, being that Duke was allegedly one of the killers. Since the news broke, STL members have been trolling on their Instagram, throwing out hints, even playing a song that was Duke's last song listening to on his Instagram story. But I don't know, man, y'all think 63rd back out of retirement. This is why gangbangers should not be outside partying. Just a couple hours ago, two of O-Block's biggest OGs were after going out and partying. O-Block Duke and O-Block Youngin. This is the biggest loss O-Block has took ever since King Von died. Now, right after this news broke, fans got to speculating and saying that 63rd was behind this, as they would try to get back for FBG Duck. But to be honest, this doesn't make sense because Duck was 5 years ago. It's still early to tell what happened, but rest in peace to both. Y'all think Get Back Gang gon' get back?
Like you guys heard, Duke and Youngin were outside partying because it was Gleesh's birthday, and they got shot and died that night. People online say it's possibly Get Back for Man and Can't Get Right because they were responsible for killing King Von's best friend T-Roy. That explanation makes the most sense to me too, but there could be lots of other reasons why they got shot. Funny enough, Duke wasn't only trolled by his ops after news came out that he died. One of Von and Durk's people, Memo 600, also trolled Duke because they had issues before Duke passed away.
I just saw an interview with a guy named Duke on Camp Capone. In the interview, he said, you know, you can't come to O-Block anymore.
On Steve, he's saying this because I be treating the fuck out of him. I watched Vaughn knock his ass out and take his gun in Iowa for showing out in front of some hoes. The fuck? Who the fuck is you to say somebody can't come back nowhere? The fuck, man? That's why I wish my brother was still here. He be smacking the fuck out niggas on Lil Boo, and he ain't the only one I saw him slap the shit out of. Fuck you talking about? He worried about the wrong shit. He need to be not going back in that bitch. What the fuck? I live on acres, gang. On what the fuck?
I just...
Take a look at what Memo had to say about Duke's death.
After Duke and Youngin got killed in a triple shooting, Memo 600 wouldn't waste no time trolling Duke's death. All because Duke banned him from O-Block after telling everyone Von punched him out and took his pipe after fronting his move in front some bops.
He can't step a foot on my block. He will never step a foot on my block.
According to Melvin, after pulling up on some females to hang out, Duke started tweaking with Vaughn in front of the girls, and Vaughn had to knock him out and take his pipe.
On Steve, I remember Vaughn knocked his out and took his gun for showing out in Iowa in front of some hoes on LA. He knocked Duke out. Took his pipe. You want to show out in front of some hoes on O.
Do you think Melvin opened that back door?
Like you guys heard, Duke banned Memo from coming back to O Block after King Von passed away. The reason for that is because Memo told everyone online about how King Von punched Duke and took his gun because he was trying to act tough and impress a couple of females. I'm pretty sure that was embarrassing for him. To end this part of the video off, let's take a look at Duke and Youngin's last Instagram live before they got shot. Rest in peace to both of them.
Beefing with my bitch right now, but life still lit. Riding down the strip, $500,000 whip. 5 M's for the kids for ice like this. Everything I want to hear, I scratched them off the list. Ask about me, word around the town, I'm a pimp. Ho won't get my heart, I'm putting it down, I'm not a simp.
To end the update on Chicago, let's take a look at what happened to Lil Durk this past week. As you guys already know, Lil Durk is allegedly responsible for ordering the hit on Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pop, and the feds say the reason for the hit was get back for Von's death in Atlanta. The feds came up with a lot of evidence against Durk, and one of them was that he dissed Quando Rondo for screaming no when he saw his cousin Lil Pop dead. There's a lot of snippets going around online about Durk trolling Quando for the hit. Take a listen to a few of them.
Durk did not hold back in this new leaked diss track. He even sampled Quando crying after he found out his friend passed. Let me know what y'all think about this.
Homie, dad, you judge in front of that fat, think you a lifesaver. And I found out when my bitch thought she was cheating, but it was a vibrator. Y'all laugh from bro dad when your bro dad turned to a crybaby. Jumped out on both sides with a so fat that boy can hack him. I just beat the same drug case with the same lawyer that 9 gave me. They ain't giving no guns, so I got the same gun that Slime gave. I'm on the chase and they got the plates, bro take 9 instead. They taxed him heavy for that funeral. They can't find his head. Bitches asking they come take a pic, just don't grab my dick. Don't sweat when you see wet, he leave you wet. Shout out to Drench. You know to slide along, but you know it's wrong to be without the tents. Phone no coming home, it just take long cause ain't no self-defense. Ask 49, he seen me with 49s inside my Cali crib. California got real killers, I hate when niggas say Cali weird. I'm off his ass. He tried to tell him, bro, the system lost his ass. Took him on a mission, he ended up snitching, shoulda offed his ass. I never call you my little brother until you hawk his ass. And I know you would never do me wrong, bro, you just talk too fast. Man, you talk too much. How you in tour with me, you walk too much. I told every killer in the city, as soon as they see him, talk him up. I don't know, man, short, you gon' shoot out the car, them niggas gon' woke up. Say, I'm sorry, Schmurf. I don't care what you said, bitch, talk up. If you ain't gon' end this with a shootout, what you started for? My mama told me get on this porch, mama, I start the wars. Why the ops be claiming bodies they ain't shot before? I heard the ops get they shit dry right at designer stores. Phone them took like 2-3 Glocks, like what you bound them for? Noah eat that won't Chanel, I had to grab it for. Before he died, they walked up on him, what you like it for? Switches, don't we got him? He said, why we splat him? Bitch, that shit don't matter. Bitch, I died my brother. Bitch, you dab, you clutch. Ain't no get back, he died for nothing. Shoot for free, ain't gotta pay him nothing. It's to the point I wink my eye, I ain't gotta tell him nothing. You remember that shit you said? Yeah. About my bro, he dead? Yeah. You want chest ahead, but I want face instead. Yeah. That's another? Yeah, Spot news? Headshots. All them killers shoot for free, ain't gotta pay him nothing. It's to the point I wink my eye, I ain't gotta tell him nothing. In traffic, we in Cali, ride through Beverly Hills with choppers. I'm not hiding, bro, them know we crashing, down to see the office. He was a passenger, did jump seats to travel, crack can't get us off him. Bounty hunter, he ready to crack that little bitch down to get her off him. I've been biting my tongue so long, they call my phone when they see Chopper. Or see Ted and Breezy, see Ken with a ski mask sparking. Before they spent, told them get they blicks and get the tents darker. You got a regular clip that Chris Beck got, better hit harder. Go. Fool his ass, he think we bound some cars, we hop out, spoon his ass. Fool his ass, he ain't paying attention to this car cause we got Uber tags. Goofy ass, I pop X and down my dreads, I'm Super Saiyan. Shot the slot, it was the few of them, 2 of them. There's like 2 attempts. City ops, no shit on the net, they getting views again. 15 roaches crawled on Diddy face, I must have 20 then. Get it. Yeah, not to mention, get it. Even the guys gon' ask about murder you did, don't even mention. Get it. Top 5 hoes I treat like sluts, but I don't even pay attention. Put on that mask and I scream blur when I fuck my bitch from Memphis. Get it. Ain't gon' count, it is what it is, we did, it's fair time. Shit, if that's the case, I'ma buy them guns and red eyes. I be off these pills, tweaking, thinking, fuck that fair time. I'ma find that nigga that murdered my brother and tell him it's bedtime. Go. Tell me they got a Addy. Go. Got location. Go. Green light. Go. Go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no. And all them niggas hanging with him. If you know, you know. Gang shit. Hey, Babyface, this shit crazy right here. I ain't gonna lie. Thanks to everybody, why you think I don't really do parties? Link with Jay, why you think you ain't catch me in pictures at Michael Rubin party? Watch what you say around killers, I'm too connected, dude, got a move probably. Boone got the dog food bark too loud, Boone got 2 R's. Got a real money bag, yo, walk around here with 2 R's. 2 paddocks for Leafs on, 2-tone, we don't gotta do cards. Sign another 30 M's, I'm really him, I'm really trim. He really cap, he really bap, don't make me put that bitch on film. And I got my hood in control. The other half don't give up no lows, the other half don't give up no balls. The other half gon' make me mad. I'ma drop a bag, they gon' wipe they nose. Man, we don't fall out about no hoes. Please don't tell us get back, bitch. We did that, but nobody knows. Gang, yeah, let's get it. Man.
That was pretty savage. Some of those songs might have been AI, to be honest, and some of them might not even be released yet. In any case, even with all those songs, Lil Durk doesn't want the feds to use them against him. Apparently, one of those songs was even recorded before Lil Pop's death, so Durk says the feds have the wrong evidence against him, and he wants his case dismissed. Take a look.
This Lil Durk situation just got real. So Durk was back in court today, and not only did the judge deny his $2 million bond offer, the judge also said he been making unauthorized calls on a jail phone, which was another inmate's. And the judge was like, they don't like that. And because of that, and other things adding with that, the fact that he's on trial for murder for hire, the judge said, hell no, you're not going nowhere. Sit your ass down, boy. But there is some upside with the Durk case. Y'all remember, they try to use lyrics against him on one of his songs saying he was like, no, trying to say that was Quando Rondo when he was screaming because his cousin got unalived. They were trying to say Durk was mocking him. But now they're throwing that out in court because they realized that was way before the situation with Quando Rondo cousin. So if you fuck with Durk, pit free Durk in the comments. His trial do not start until October 14th. So it look like he finna be sitting in there until trial start. This shit finna get crazy. If y'all want to stay updated, you already know what to do. Hit that follow button. Make sure you share this and like this video.
Update on Lil Durk. He had his bond hearing today. He looked good. He looked like he was in good spirits. No crazy weight gain or anything like that. He looked good. The judge was on the same vibes she was on last time, which is that, wait, they're saying murder for hire. They're saying you put bounties up. They're saying you ordered the shooters. They're saying the shooter shot. I'm saying that's going to be no bond. There's basically no argument you can make to this judge in a murder for hire case to get a bond. The one silver lining for the defense is that the prosecution's case has taken 2 major hits. One, the prosecution has had to abandon their allegation that he rapped and celebrated about this murder, that he put these lyrics out talking about, oh yeah, I got you, you out here screaming no, crying in the street. Prosecution had to back away from that allegation. It was proven false. They need that allegation, and now they're not going to be able to have it. The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for the death through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and so they took it out. So at the end of the day, there was never a chance of a bond when you saw how the judge kind of ruled after all the argument and what she was saying. But there is a silver lining, which is the case over the last 6 months has really gotten weaker instead of stronger.
I'm not a lawyer, but I just left the hearing for Durk's reconsideration of bond, and his request was denied, meaning he will continue to remain in jail while he waits for his October trial. Quick context, Durk was originally denied bond back in December, but his attorneys filed a motion for reconsideration of that denial based on a number of things, but the biggest one is that in the first indictment, the government claimed that Durk commercialized this incident by referencing it in his music lyrics. But since Durk's attorneys have called out that that's not true because the lyrics were written 8 months before this incident, the government has now taken that part out of the indictment. Durk's attorney also said that a paragraph in the first indictment, which talked about Durk paying a bounty for this incident, has also been removed. And so according to them, the only thing that's left tying Durk to this incident is a quote, out of context text message. So at the hearing, his attorneys told the judge that if Durk is released, he will have 24-hour security, and that company has promised to alert law enforcement if they were to catch him doing anything that violates the term of his bond. Now, in response to that, the government argued that this security company would be hired and paid for by Durk, so you basically can't trust that they are going to alert law enforcement to anything because they're being paid by him. And they also said that even with the lyrics removed from the indictment, the charges against Durk still stand. And then they highlighted that Durk has apparently been using other inmates' numbers to make phone calls from the jail, and that violates the jail rules. And so they say if he can't follow the rules in jail, why should they believe that he's going to follow them out of jail? Ultimately, the judge sided with the prosecutors and denied Durk's request. But even after that, he was smiling at his friends and family as he was escorted out, and he still has a hearing in June that's going to be for the motion to dismiss that his attorneys filed. So we'll see how that one goes. I'm not a lawyer, but I just left the hearing for
Durk is a threat to the community. Not only is he a guy that operates in the shadows like King Slime, he pays for the murders. You know what he did? He rapped about someone being murdered after he paid for the murder. Now, Durk's team, they are very confident to say that's false. So if you got my client indicted using false evidence, this indictment should be thrown out. You guys should have to convene a new grand jury and go with factual shit. So his whole motion to dismiss and hopefully either dismiss the whole thing, period, which I think that's highly unlikely. But if not, get out on bail is to say the prosecutors are making up a lie against Durk. What's the lie? There's a song that Durk dropped that they claim Durk was rapping about Lil Pop's death, and Durk claims, and his lawyer claims, that couldn't have been about Lil Pop's death because we 100,000,000,000% recorded it before he died. So if you're using that song to help indict me, you use false evidence. And if it's false evidence, throw out the indictment.
So not only did Durk's song get removed as evidence, but also the fact that he hired people to slide on Quando and his cousin. So as it is right now, the only evidence they have against Durk is a message that was out of context. That's pretty huge information, and it's no surprise Durk came out smiling. There's a pretty high chance that Durk will be coming home in or right after June, but we'll see. I find it crazy how Lil Durk rapped about Quando screaming no on the news 8 months before the hit even happened. There's definitely some high-level industry planning going on, but I won't get into that in this video. That's pretty much all the interesting things I've seen people talk about in Chicago. Now let's take the video to Jacksonville.
Oh.
Wait, who this here? Who this?
Who that? That's ATK?
Yeah, who this here?
This TT. Y'all niggas is popping it up at Pew?
What? Wait, what? You on the air?
They shit fucked up.
Got one up.
Alright, where'd they go?
I got one up. They're dead.
They're right here. What the fuck?
He lagging. I got him. Come on, we going. Come on. Shot him in his ass. Come on.
You gonna have to hop in and do C1. Oh, they put me in.
Come on, we good. Come on.
Get in.
Hurry up, 12. I just smoked 3 of them niggas on my mama.
Hey, they ain't gonna lie. The car must have turned around and went a different way on us.
It did.
Yeah, I don't know.
It did. He hit the wall.
We went right. Oh, okay.
He
'Cause
hit
when
the
we was
wall.
looking at it, it looked like he was going down the street. I ran down that way. I was like, what?
The Jacksonville drill scene has been the most quiet it's ever been right now. There really isn't any drama at all, but let's take a look at what people had to say anyway.
Young and Ace on the police telling him he can't be in bulletproof car, wear a bulletproof vest, or even have security.
If I was you, I'd be wearing a bulletproof vest today.
I can't wear bulletproof vest anyways.
Why not?
They got some police time I can't wear bulletproof vest, and I can't be in a bulletproof truck.
Why not?
Ask them.
We're talking about the police in Jacksonville?
Police and the feds.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what I said. And they said I can't have security.
No, they didn't.
I swear on my life.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. I just take life for what it is. I guess they want to see me. I ain't gonna lie. They want, but I ain't going nowhere.
You scared of death?
I'm gonna die of old age. I'm gonna be like 100 and some years old.
Like you guys heard, Ace pretty much said the feds and police said he can't have a bulletproof truck or vest, and also that he can't walk around with security. That's pretty dangerous for him. It basically means that the only way he can protect himself is to just stay out the way or at least have a gun with him. He also said he's sure he's going to die of old age. Do you guys think the streets will catch up to him anytime soon? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I say it's very possible he'll die of old age, as long as he stays out of Jacksonville and doesn't involve himself in any drama wherever he is. The next thing I saw people talk about was that NBA YoungBoy was going to perform in Jacksonville sometime this year. Take a look. It's crazy how YoungBoy managed to beat 2 federal cases. Surviving even one case is pure luck on its own because the feds win most of their cases. But from what I can tell, the reason why he beat the feds 2 times in a row is because of the lawyer he has on his side.
Watch 600 Breezy's reaction to NBA YoungBoy only doing 2 years for both his Fed case until he found out who was his lawyer.
YoungBoy's out. And I'm glad you said that. Let me ask a question now. Let's go. Because you know I ain't biased and I don't be trying to be hating on niggas. Now this had 2 federal cases, right or wrong?
Yes.
So is both of them
case and the case.
So is both of them done?
I believe so, yeah.
How the f did he only do a year or 2 for a federal charge and they supposed to gave him 2-3 years for the drugs and shit like that? Like how did that happen? How like
do you know who his lawyer is?
No.
Drew Finley.
That's crazy.
We're ready for that one, were you?
No further questions, Brad.
Like you guys heard, Drew Findling is the reason behind it. Funny enough, that's the same lawyer representing Lil Durk right now, and now Durk is close to beating the feds himself.
Update in the Lil Durk case, his lawyer Drew Findling not giving up on the application for a bond. Now, they were denied last week by a magistrate judge. In federal court, you have a magistrate judge and a district judge. The district judge is on top of the magistrate judge. So if the magistrate judge denies you, you can ask the district judge to take a look at it. That's what his lawyers are doing here. I think this is a good decision because, quite frankly, in front of the magistrate judge who denied Lil Durk, Drew Findling could have pulled a rabbit out of a hat and that magistrate judge would have remanded the rabbit.
Durk and YoungBoy are ops because of what happened to Vaughn, and yet somehow the industry lets them use the same lawyer to beat their cases. I'll let you guys decide what that means for yourselves. I saw a lot of people say Ace might try to do something to YoungBoy because Ace had a close relationship with Vaughn before he passed away. I don't see that happening at all, especially if Ace can't be in Jacksonville himself. Even more, Ace doesn't have any personal beef with YoungBoy that I know of. We'll see what happens as soon as YoungBoy lands in Jacksonville though. Let's end the video off by taking a look at this clip of what Spinner Benz had to say about Fulio and the war in Jacksonville as a whole. Take a listen.
Do you feel like this shit is over now?
I mean, shit, you gotta elaborate on can we get it to be over.
Alright, you know, like, it ain't too much shit going on as much no more as it was on, like, the dissing on the rap side and all that shit going back and forth.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing but cry songs from them boys. Now, so, like, I feel like the street shit over with anyway. So I guess it is over. They put the plug. That shit made my hat fall off, bro. Like, they put the plug on this shit. Yeah, I know whoever made it down. Julio, they probably love the fool. You feel me?
Bro, they probably done sold the most bottles that they done sold.
That's what I'm saying. So you get what I'm saying? Whoever owned Don Julio, they like, yes, kill Julio again.
He said again.
Bring him back, kill him again. But the stocks is going up, bro. You feel me?
Did you ever listen to the Ops music?
No. I ain't never listened to the fool. He was trash and he was faking. I really didn't like his music. I swear to God, I never listened to the fool. Like, it was trash to me and he was faking because I was always like, it ain't sound like he was nothing against him. No, I shouldn't even say that. He sound like he's not fully. I'ma just shut the fuck up. He was faking and I ain't like his music and I ain't like him as a person and I ain't like the image that they let him portray. You feel me?
Like you guys heard, he basically said the war in Jacksonville pretty much ended when Fulio died, and that they're the reason Don Julio got popularized since Fulio's death last year. I can't deny what he's saying at all, to be honest, but you guys will let me know what you think about what he said in the comments. That's pretty much the end of the video. If you like my content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.
He is one of them niggas who I really be feeling bad for when I think about all this shit, for like, y'all don't understand, for like, these is real rounds that's losing, for like, he done lost all his real day one sandbox. This my immediate crew, my immediate circle, my day one, all day, every day, talk on the phone, be in each other's cribs. My mama called him son. Like, he done lost all those guys, folks. Like, all of them. Folk from Vaughn, J Money, Askey, T-Roy. You know what I'm saying? Dizzle, Duke, Youngin. Like, these is his Sherrod, OD, Toon. Like, bro, I'm telling you, when I say these is niggas you couldn't separate from E unless you do something like this to one of them, folk. Like, and he really lost, folk, a lot of those guys. And I just like, bro,